This is Live Speak, and I'm Justin the Geek. I'll be taking your calls, answering your questions if I can, filling your head full of nonsense and acting like a fool. Here we go. Enjoy the show. Welcome, everybody. This is Live Speak, and I am Justin the Geek. I have a co-host with me today, Ryan from Arizona. Say hi, Ryan.
How you doing today?
No, I said say hi, Ryan, not how you doing today.
Oh, hi, Ryan.
This show we're going to be talking about the good old days. And for us, being 30 years old, the good old days for us is the 90s. And back in high school, those sorts of days when there was no worry, no care, no responsibility, just some homework that you choose not to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I was never really big on doing homework. I guess the main thing that comes out for me when I think about back in the day is the old school technology that we used to have. Like, for instance, pagers. Do you remember having a pager?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I can just picture the young people that are listening going, "You guys are old. What are you talking about pagers for?"
Yeah.
That's all we had was pagers, and it was like, I want to say illegal to have them in school and high schools when I had it. I don't remember exactly what year I got one, but it was either junior year or senior year. So it would have been in 1999 or 2000, and if it was visible and if a teacher saw it, they would take it away. And I remember getting my pager taken away because I was wearing my cargo pants, which was awesome. That was a great look for the 90s. I had my pager hanging, clipped on the outside, so I looked cool. I was the kid with a pager. I was awesome. Well, Coach Sperlin, the basketball coach there, saw it, took it away, and put it in a PE office. But little did he know that I was a TA for PE my junior year, or it was my senior year. Yeah, I was a TA for PE, so I just went into the office and took my pager back. But, I mean, there was all kinds of different things. I mean, did you do anything with your pager? There wasn't much you could do. You get a page and you go and find a payphone or go home and call somebody, but
it was really cool to find out ways to talk without having to use the phone. Remember those?
Oh,
like
yeah.
codes and stuff?
Yeah, there were all kinds of different codes. Like, what was the one that you were telling me earlier?
Like 143 meant I love you.
That's right, because it was 1, and then 4 letters for love, and then 3 letters for you. I love you. That's right. That's funny. I was actually dating somebody then when I had a pager. Her name was Angela Kent, and I would send her messages on her pager, because she was cool like me, and she had a pager. I think that's what brought us together, is our pagers matched. No, there's different ways to write phrases if you would turn the pager upside down. Like, you could type in a set of numbers and flip it upside down, and you would be able to read out, like I love you or boobies or whatever. I don't know. I never really sent that one to her, but yeah, that's how we could communicate, because otherwise pagers were kind of worthless. You were deemed a drug dealer if you had a pager.
Well, that's because we lived in the small, closed-minded town of Camas, and they were either gangster or drug dealer, or it's just a pager. Relax, everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I know, right? It's I don't know, the pagers, they just were the coolest thing when they came out, because you could call somebody, but you didn't have to talk to them. You could just leave a number and have them call you back, or leave a code that meant, like, meet me at 5:00. Here's our code.
Yeah.
If you were cool and wanted to be, a drug dealer, I guess. But you're right, Camas was a small town, small, closed-minded town, so they didn't really know much about pagers and thought everybody was a drug dealer. But then we moved on from pagers and went to cell phones. Well, back then it wasn't, iPhones or anything. It was like big like Saved by the Bell cell phones. You know what I mean? Like those big, huge bricks that, you know, you put up to your head and you get brain cancer. Those sorts of things. And they had, what was the other one? There's the Nokia.
The Nokia phone.
Yeah.
That was, if you had a Nokia phone, you were pretty cool. Because you could play Snake.
Dude, Snake, yes. Most addicting game ever.
Yeah.
That was like, and also the Nokia was one of them, the first, I may be wrong, and don't quote me on this, but it was one of the first customizable phones.
Yeah, you could get the light up antenna, or you get the different covers. You can get the clear cover, came out a little bit later. That was a pretty cool cover to have because you could see the inside of the phone while still having a cover on your phone.
That's right. You could see the internal components, and then that was like extra cool. Yeah, dude, I had all kinds of different cases, and in fact, in the mall there was the kiosks everywhere. Every mall had kiosks to buy different cases, covers, blah blah blah. And you remember when I found that Japanese website, and it was like every day was a sale, 80% off. Every day it was a different kind of sale, and I would order my stuff through there, and I ended up with a shoebox full of cases and antennas and junk, you know.
And I remember if you put that light up antenna, it would totally kill your reception, but it looked really cool.
Yes. And then there were the antennas that were supposedly would give you better reception, but it never worked.
Oh, the boosters that you put on the battery?
Yeah,
so are you talking about the stickers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood that technology. It was just like whoever invented that made a bunch of money off of fooling people because it never worked for me.
Yeah, I think I tried it.
I was just reading in the chat, and for those that don't know, if you're first time, there's a chat window in the bottom right of your screen. You can join in the chat with Ryan and I. And my mom actually just told me in there that somebody from is selling a cell phone from 1988 for $3,500 is what it was worth. One of those big old brick cell phones. That's crazy.
So, I remember car phones were really expensive back in the day too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That just reminds me though of car phones. It reminds me of old movies. You know, when you see them, every rich person in the movie had a car phone.
And why was it okay to talk on a car phone, but now it's not okay to talk on a phone in the car? It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, and with a car phone, you can't use the excuse, well, I'm leaving, because you can't take the car phone with you. It has to stay in the car.
Yeah, and it had a cable attached to your car.
Exactly.
Well, that reminds me, and it's just, we'd get the phone or your pager or whatever, and then only thing that we could do back in the day is we would page each other or call each other to go hang out on Friday night. You know, you'd get your paycheck if you worked like we did, and what else do you do? Is go hang out. It's Friday night. You just got your money. That reminds me, I'm gonna this song here. This is so great. This is an old. You remember this song from back in the day by RPM. This one's called Friday Night, of course. We'll take a quick break. We'll listen to this, and we'll be right back with you.
It's Friday night and I just got paid for the rhymes that I wrote and the tracks that I laid. I went to the bank, cashed a check real quick. Now I got a fat grip and I'm finna take a trip to the mall real quick to cop some gear, cause I wanna look fresh every time I appear. I gotta be looking fly if I'm finna pimp tonight, so I can make these freaks get weak like kryptonite. I wanna dip tonight, my ride's looking hella clean, shining like a diamond on the ring finger of a queen. Know what I mean? I'm finna make a scene when I roll up, shutting so many people up, you think it's a hold up, but ain't no criminal activities. Me and my homies got more high price type proclivities, and got more cheese than a quesadilla. Counting my stack will have you going forth and back like Aaliyah, cause age ain't nothing but a numero. It gets bigger every day to the day you see my funeral, and I ain't wasting no time, I live it up, and don't try to take it from me, I ain't finna give it up, not tonight, that's for certain. I got too much flirting to do, and maybe later on have to close a curtain or two, crack the brew, dim the light just right, it's all a part of my plans on a Friday night. Just got paid. like $1,000,000, looking like $1,000,000 more. Spray the polo cologne when I hop in the whip. Now my sin is lingering, finger in my pager clip. Check the number on the screen, grab my 6120. Nokia cell phone that costs a whole lot of money. Dial the 7 digits, who is it? It's Bridget, a fine little honey that want me to pay a visit. I said why not, cause it wasn't too far away. Pulled up, knocked on the door, she was there right away. In a gray sports bra and some black running shorts, looking like she's ready for sports. I'm having other thoughts, but I didn't act on them, it was way too early. So I sat down and kicked it for a while with the girls. Then I got another page from D, my good friend, telling me about a party that we really should attend. So I gave Bridget a kiss, she was sweet like Swiss Miss. But this was a session that I had to dismiss temporarily. But she was fairly nice about it, cause I promise I'll make it up, and I know she don't doubt it. About it, P is just my middle initial. Yes, I represent the V, let me make it official. I ain't a bad boy or a soldier, and I ain't so-so. I'm a big bad man, and you can call me General. But let me pull your attention back into the context. Me and my homies rolling like the shit is a contest. Got the best looking ride as we pull to the side, parking in front of the house where the party's inside. As we enter, the door slap 5s and pounds. Got the drinks and the women, DJs pumping the sound. It's just a classic type party, ain't nobody trying to fight. Everybody's trying to have a good time on Friday night. Just got paid. Just got paid. Friday night. Party's jumping. Party's jumping. Feeling's right. Feeling right. Ladies shaking. All they got. That's how we do it. 'Cause we keep it high. That's how we do it. It's Friday night, and I just got paid. So come on, Demise, won't you kick it for me? Now everybody's feeling the vibe, and like I said, everybody's kinda feeling alright. Just nod your head back and forth, side to side. Leave that shit inside your ride, cause there ain't no need for drama when the girls are all bonafide. So fellas, get your knack on, the ladies put your fronts up. I got that sack outside, put the liquor inside your cup, spill it. Don't even trip, I got more. If you take a ride with me, I'll have to show you what's in store. And if I left, I must confess, putting haters to the test. It might be best for you to tell your crew because I'm blessed, cause the skills are still unwanted from the dome. I'll break it off, this for the party, faking here, I'll send you home. And the ladies in the background, I can hear them say, damn, your crew is tight, take me out, I'll let you play. But the tripping starts to cease just as soon as I release. All the flavors packed tight, you know I'll holler out peace. Is this something you can ride to? A conspiracy, kicking in with your crew, it always seems to be a mystery. So let's take a ride inside, come check the vibe. Make sure that what you're bringing isn't gonna cause harm. I said, so fellas, start to chill, cause you know it's getting brought up. A battle between the crew, and I'm always getting caught up. Heavy conversations, what I spill. I will, so keep a straight look on your face and continue to chill. Cause the vibe is what is nice, with the honey dip on ice. Take a journey with me, I'll get you twisted day and night. Now the minds got paid, and I got this party jumping. Cause every Friday night requires currency consumption. Just got paid. It's Friday night. The party's jumping. Feeling's right. Ladies shaking. All they got. That's how we do it. 'Cause we keep it high. Just got paid. It's Friday night. The party's jumping. Feeling's right. Ladies shaking. All they got. That's how we do it. 'Cause we keep it high. Just got paid.
Just got paid. I love that song. That was Friday Night by RPM. God, that song brings back memories.
Oh, yeah.
They just sound like little boys. And I don't remember. That was Rachel, somebody that was singing in that song too.
I don't remember her name. I remember we used to work at Best Buy with her.
That's right. That's right. Ah, just back in the day, man. That's crazy. We used to listen to that all the time. It reminds me of the things that we used to do back in the day. You know, when we did get paid, one of the ones I remember is we used to watch the freestyle battles all the time.
Yep.
You know, we'd watch RPM, Freestyle, Tyrant. Who else was there? There was Decurion.
And Demise.
Half Pint.
Yeah.
And then there was always like one drunk person that thought that they could freestyle rap, and they were terrible, and
they'd get destroyed.
And they just get destroyed. Yeah. That's hilarious. We used to, that was fun watching. It was almost embarrassing to watch the drunk guy try and rap, because it's like watching me rap, because I can't rap at all.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like trying to rap, and I'm thinking of crap, and I don't know how to rhyme, and where am I in time? You know, it's just, there's no rhythm, there's no anything. It's like, you shouldn't be here. Just leave the party, keep drinking.
It's like, let me just try to rhyme.
Yeah, that's all it was. No flow, no nothing. That was something we used to do. Oh, you know what? We used to cruise Mill Plain in Broadway in Portland.
And we would listen to that song over and over again while we did it.
We would. That's right. Mill Plain, man, many memories that, and of course, since my mother is listening, I get to fill her in some fun stuff that Jenna probably doesn't know about, or does. I don't know.
Yeah, at this point they can't punish us for it. So
little do you know, my mom still can ground me. No, I'm just kidding. We used to do our little drag racing on Mill Plain
from stoplight to stoplight.
Yeah,
that was just destroying our cars.
That was just terrible. And why? I don't know. I was actually talking about it the other day with my sister-in-law Ann about how I used to drive the back roads like super fast in Camas, and I was, because we were driving the other day looking for snow. Yes, looking for snow because we're nuts. But I used to think, man, I used to cruise back through here so fast, and when I was driving it the other day, I thought, I'm an idiot. You know, invincible.
You know what I remember doing?
What?
Do you remember the back lake road when it didn't have lights and we would turn our lights off?
Yes. Yeah, and we would just
that was
the
brilliant.
line. That was real.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah.
Good Lord. Biggest thing though, I think that we did, and it was just part of what we did. You and me and Saul when he came and hung out with us. James hardly ever, but mainly me and you because we were attached at the hip. It seemed like, but we would cruise up and down Mill Plain or Broadway, and we'd go and we'd pick up on the PYTs. And you know, what are PYTs?
Pretty young thing.
Pretty young thing. That's right. We used to do that all the time. And luckily, RPM actually made a song about PYTs, and so did Michael Jackson, of course. But I'm kind of partial to RPM's version. But
of course.
Of course. We'll listen to some PYT. We'll be right back with you.
PYT, a pretty young thing to me. She looked about 19 to me. No need to check ID because security's tight, and that means you ain't getting in unless you're 18. On to the story, back to the scene. I'm flashing green, buying drinks for all the young ladies. Know what I mean? Not the alcohol, just the pop, cause the fools ain't having nobody drinking till the 2-1 drop. I had to stop when I seen her. To look that good must be a misdemeanor. Wish she was my lover girl like Tina Marie. Had to see what she was thinking. Slid over to the spot at the bar where she was drinking. I said, what's up, girl? You having a good time? She said, yeah. Are you trying to throw some kind of line? I said, well, I'm trying. Yo, my name's Ryan. She said, my name's Michelle. I said, you look fine as hell, so who you with? Your homegirls or your man? She said, my man's at home. I said, I understand. He probably don't treat you right. So you out tonight trying to find a man who's got his game airtight. She said, you ride on the money. Said, look here, honey, speaking of money, I got mad funds. I got ones, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, and my favorite Ben Franks. I got a brand new at the bank with a big face on them, counterfeit proof, and I ain't weird out, so this ain't no kind of spoof. It's the real deal, baby. But aside from flossing, I got more qualities than my man, Mr. Dawson, got baseline. Cause I'm the same man I was before I had the dough. So won't you let me know? Can I get to know you better? I promise I won't bite. She smiled and said, yeah. I said, well, alright. Come on, baby girl, get next to me, cause I can tell you in need of some TLC. Straight 10, 11, yeah, pure ecstasy. I can give you the world, baby, come with me, cause I can see you, man, ain't doing you right, and I can fulfill all your dreams just one night. I'll give you all of my affection continuously. Just continue to be my. The rest of the night we straight kicked it at the bar. I told her about my life as a rap superstar. She told me about her life and how a man was living trite, always doing wrong. You know the song. Her hair was long, blonde, eyes light green, perfect complexion, finest body I ever seen, and dressed to perfection. Top low cut, tight pants on her butt. I'm about to bust a nut just looking. I know she's tookin', but not for long. Cause once I get inside her head, I know it's on. Her present man's gone, and then he's just a pass, and I won't move too fast. I wanna make it last, cause we the perfect combination. Full compatibility, can't you see? Like TOTAL. Well, the club was close, and so we slid out the door to the lot. 7 digits was what I got, with a kiss on the cheek. She said, I'm finna handle my man, so call me next week. I'll be free, so you and me can see what we could be. I said, fine by me. So she hopped in a homegirl's ride, waved goodbye. I blew her a kiss and winked my eye. She smiled as they drove off into the night. I felt so right, high like a kite in delight. I'm quite satisfied. Hopped in my ride, popped in the old school tape to straight glide. Rockin' Sugar Hill Gang, ain't thinking about a thing but a pretty face and a warm embrace. I'll get soon. Looked in the sky, a full moon shining. Lay back in the seat, reclining, feeling good like I won a lottery or something. On my mind, PYT, I'm straight bump. Come on, baby girl, get next to me, cause I can tell you in need of some TLC. Straight 10, 11, yeah, pure ecstasy. I can give you the world, baby, come with me, cause I can see you, man, ain't doing you right, and I can fulfill all your dreams just one night. I'll give you all of my affection continuously. Just continue to be my. Well, a week went by and I picked picked up the phone. I called her at her crib, she was all alone. She said, my man moved out, everything is cool. I said, won't you come over and take a dip in the pool? She said, sounds good to me. Gave me the address, went to super up. She came out the door half dressed in some Daisy Dukes and a white bikini top. Had a light skin tan and a tummy like a rock. I said, damn, you about to give a brother a seizure? She said, yeah, I know, cause I like to teach her. She hopped in the rig and we headed for my humble abode. I'm ready for Michelle Alamo. Got to the crib, grabbed some drinks from the icebox, digging the way she walks, and she got some nice rocks. Went out back to the pool. She was taking off her Daisy Dukes, about to make me act a fool now. All she had on was a swimsuit, looking so cute, shining in the sun. Damn, I wanted to get some. She got in the water, I thought I oughta get in with her so I can get her close to me and make moves. So I did just that. Swam over to where she was at, threw my arms around her and rubbed her back. Then I looked in her eyes, pulled her even closer, and I gave her a surprise when I kissed her. Damn, I can't resist her. When our lips touched, it was like lightning over Twister, sending us deep into ecstasy. Told me she ain't never been with a man like me. Well, I must admit, I'm usually a player, but you make me wanna change my ways. What can I say? A girl like you only comes once in a while. One that makes me smile like I do when I think of you. It's like you do, you got me in a spell. Whatever you do it well. And I can tell that you're ready for a man to treat you like a queen. And I think I can do it if you know what I mean. I got grain and everything a man could possess, but a perfect girl can top it off and fade the rest. Let's put it to the test and see what we could be. I kissed her again and told her, you my PYT. Come on, baby girl, get next to me, cause I can tell you in need of some TLC. Straight to the loving camp, pure ecstasy. I can give you the world, baby, come with me, cause I can see you, man, ain't doing you right. And I can fulfill all your dreams in just one night. I'll give you all of my affection continuously. Just continue to be my
PYT. Gosh, love that song too. I don't know about it. I don't know where it is, man. I hear this music and it's just, like we were talking over the break. It's just fun music. You know, it's not depressing country. It's not hardcore gangster rap. It's not poppy Britney Spears. It's just fun, man. I just want to listen to it all the time.
And you don't hear music like that anymore.
No, you really don't. And you know, this is, we're talking about Ryan McGuire back in the day. I mean, that was in the 90s when he was producing and rapping. Now he's moved on and he does weddings and he's a legitimate DJ. You know, he used to DJ for when it was Jammin' 95.5. Now he spins at a lot of the clubs in Portland, but he mainly is doing weddings now because that pays a lot of money. You know, but
and he did a great job at my wedding.
Yeah, oh yeah, he did. He did my brother's wedding too. You know, and he's just, RPM is really good with people. Period. So, and his music is cool. I mean, this stuff is just funny to listen to because he's like, it just sounds like a little boy.
Yeah,
everybody does. It was, you know, back in the day, the MTC. You know, who we had, like in the song, it was JEFF, Double G, Paystub,
The Rock,
Half Pint,
Tyrant,
Demise, and
what was Marcus's name?
Marcus? Oh man, GQ?
That's right.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. A lot of people in that little crew. I don't remember. Oh, my mom asked if I remember rolling down the hill at Sharp on the 4th of July. Does that ring a bell to you, Ryan? I don't have a clue.
Oh, actually, remember to go watch the fireworks, went up to your dad's where he worked at Sharp?
Really?
Yeah. We went up to and we were talking about getting on the roof of the van, and I thought we were talking about getting on the roof of Sharp. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
It was your family and my family. I remember that now.
Yeah, that is funny. That's awesome. That's, I mean, the old van. God, speaking of which, man, that reminds me about our old cars, our first cars. You remember my 1987 Escort?
Oh, I remember.
Or what we used to call it, the Pimp Skort.
The Pimp Skort, yep. We used to go to work in that thing all the time at the movie theater.
Yeah. Oh yeah. God, that car, you could floor it and you can get, eventually hit 35. It was so slow. And it's surprising that I actually got a speeding ticket in that, because I was coming down Lakeshore Road in Camas, and I was coming back into Camas, and there's a little hill that goes up once you just get back into Camas, and I was doing 35 because I had to make it up that little hill. Anyway, I pull up this hill and a cop passes me and immediately flips his lights on, and I'm in the car with James and Saul. Saul's sitting in the back, and I made a joke about Saul because he's Hawaiian. I was like, great, we're going to get pulled over because I got a darkie in the back, And I was just kidding, but sure enough, the cop tried to, flipped his lights on, turned around, and I listened to James like I'm an idiot. And James was like, turn right here. So I turned right, and he's like, okay, pull over here in front of this car, turn your lights off. So I pulled over in front of some car, turned my lights off. Well, it's Camas, dude. There's not a lot of places to go. And the cop was clearly right behind me. He pulled in, turned his lights on behind me. And he was not kidding, man. He came up to the door and he was like, put your hands on the steering wheel. Everybody, hands up. And we were like freaking out. Like we were, going to get shot or something. And eventually the ticket got dropped because I think my dad called and talked to him and basically told him that I was an idiot and that I would never do it again, and ticket got dropped. But really, try and run from the cops in an 87 Escort? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think my first car was a 1989 Ford Ranger.
Oh,
and that thing got broken into like 12 times because it was one of those ones that had the door, the window in the back that would open up, and it had a little latch, and you could kind of work your screwdriver into the middle and just pop that latch out, and you got free reign to anything in the truck.
Wow, that's right. I remember like your radar detector got stolen, stereo, speakers. Yeah, that's.
I think like 3 amps got stolen out of there, and a couple pairs of subs. And when Randy had it, stuff got stolen out of it when he had it. Got stolen out when I had it. It was a bad truck to have.
Dude, but it was such a nice truck, man. It was in top shape. I loved the way it sounded. Did you get glass packs on that?
Sure did. No. Well, yeah, but they were cherry bomb glass packs.
Yeah, that's right. But it sounded good, man. I loved that Ranger. I mean, like if I could own it, I would right now. I would love to have that. It was nice. I wouldn't want to own the Escort again. Not at all. But yeah, that was a really nice pickup, man. Good shape.
And then it kind of reminds me of that Toyota that you had as well. Remember that thing?
The 1976 Toyota pickup.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing was just terrible. Got me around though. Man,
that thing was awesome.
You know how many times I had a dead battery because the lights, you had to pull the light knob out, in the column. You'd have to pull it out, and then it would turn the lights on. But I would turn the car off and go to class or something at the Art Institute, and my lights would stay on, and I wouldn't know it, and come back and the thing would be dead. Well, it was a stick shift, so of course you could kickstart it, but nobody ever helped me push the damn thing. So here I am in the middle of a parking lot with a little downslope, pushing as hard as I can, and people were walking past me like, yeah, no, I'm just pushing my car around because it's cool. And I'm
don't
pushing
worry
as
about it. I
hard
don't
as
need any help.
Yeah, don't worry about it. No, and so 15 tries later I would hop in the car and throw it in gear and try and kickstart it, and then it would stop. So I'd have to get back out and push and push and push, and people were just walking by, driving by. It's like, man, just could you give me a hand for a second or whatever? But that thing was no power steering, no powered brakes. So if you drove a car with power brakes or power steering, and you get in this thing, as soon as you tapped the brake, it would lock up on you, and you of course slide down the road and squeal your tires. Or no gas gauge. I had to keep, we had a little notepad in the glove compartment. You remember that?
I remember that.
Every time I'd fill up, it'd be like, all right, Ryan, will you write down miles, blah, 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 blah. The thing had over 100,000 miles on it, easy, maybe 200,000. But I'd have to write it down, and we just kind of guessed at like 200 miles to refill.
Might want to put some gas in it.
Mm-hmm. Never knew when it was full or empty, or, it was always just like, I hope it's going to get me to work, or I hope it'll get me here. And if you didn't keep track one day, you just got to fill it until it's full, and then keep track from there. That thing was a pain, but it was cool. I liked it. I don't know why. My brother, do you remember him actually putting an amp in that and speakers?
I don't remember that. I do remember the beer tap.
Oh yeah, that was my doing. I had a beer tap.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yeah, for the stick shift. But Grant put an amp in there and mounted it to the side, on the passenger side, down by where your feet are, up on the side wall there. He mounted an amp there, and he had some speakers, like 6x9s in there. But then his brilliance, one day, he decided to take home speakers, and he took a Bose. You know, Bose are really nice. He took a speaker of my father's and put it in there and hooked it up, and that's different ohms. You know, it's not a 4 ohm speaker. You know, all that stuff, electricity, whatever, is wrong. You can't have a home speaker in your car. Well, needless to say, it blew the speaker. So now, and I don't know if my parents know that, but they do now.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they know.
Oh, it doesn't seem like they do. If you read what you're...
Actually, I can't really confirm that that's how it got blown. I just remember him having it in there. Because Grant will probably deny that it ever got blown by doing it that way. But my dad knows. He was an electrician. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But that does remind me, though. I mean, they were some POSs that we had. That's for some piece of shit cars. So here's a perfect song, actually. And you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
You got to be talking about My Geo.
Yes, that's the one. I love this. We'll play some My Geo, and I'll be right back. This is a great song for you guys.
Know why? You hang out with them too long, and they tend to be a problem. That's true. See, me and my Geo, we built this bond. Right. But it ain't happening no more. No. It's just problems. Let me tell you about it. Where should I start? Well, let me see. My car, a Geo, 1983. On top of that, I use a screwdriver for the key. When it's cold, I scrape the inside on my windows just to see. If I cross my fingers, yeah, it might start. But if it's moving, I always count on losing parts. But I don't try to sweat it, it's no biggie to me. It was practically given to me anyway for free. Really? For real, I'm not playing with you.
Yeah, right.
I swear, everything I tell you was true. It was just the other day when I went to the mall, not even halfway there, and the damn thing stalled. I was chilling in the road, middle of the intersection, has the lights blinking, jaw started flexing, took a deep breath and calmed myself down, but gotta jump from a cutie and hit the town. My Geo ain't got leather seats. My Geo ain't got bumps for beats. My Geo ain't got no stereo for listening. My Geo ain't even got air conditioning. My Geo ain't got a chrome tip and back. My Geo ain't even got hubcaps. My Geo seems like a bitch sometimes, but my Geo's all I got, and that's just fine. Even though it looks bad, I still got pride. Gas gauge don't work, big dent in the side. My windshield's cracked, ain't got no floor mats, and my tire on the rear driving side goes flat. Big speed bumps pop open my hatchback, and duct tape's rigged in my door. How about that? Hard to stay motivated when I'm trying to blow up. Rolling around the block and my windows won't roll up. With it raining outside, and for me it pours. 3-cylinder Geo with 5 doors. Got 2 6x9s, but I still can't rock, cause my deck got jacked, cause my doors don't lock. So when you see me driving around with my windows rolled down, I most likely hit a drive-through across town. Ain't trying to be cool, it's just something I come real with. But this right here, something I got to deal with. My Geo ain't got leather seats. My Geo ain't got bumps for beats. My Geo ain't got no stereo for listening. My Geo ain't even got air conditioning. My Geo ain't got a chrome tip and back. My Geo ain't even got hubcaps. My Geo seems like a bitch sometimes, but my Geo's all I got, and that's just fine. Now when it comes to women, they sure get a kick when I roll up in my Geo and begin to spit sick. Game is all my repertoire consists of. You don't wanna walk, come hop in my ride, love. Come on, girl, jump in my 600 so we can floss.
This ain't no Benz.
Nah, but that's how much it costs. Where you headed? I'll take you there. Just spare the remarks, and if it's not too late, we can hit the park. Backseat of my Geo, let's swing an episode. I'll put the seats down and open up the back door. You can let your feet hang off the end.
My toes are getting cold.
You should've wore socks then. There's a lot of things wrong with my Geo today, but there's a lot of memories that made it that way. So if you're driving a car that's worse than mine, it can only get better, everything will be fine. My Geo ain't got leather seats. My Geo ain't got bumps for beats. My Geo ain't got no stereo good times we've had. But I remember this one time when I tried to drive from Spokompton down to P-Town, and we lost a fan belt, and my homeboy Double G overheated the whole way. This car sucks. I'm not gonna miss it.
I love the last line of that song. Welcome back. It's the last line. This car sucks. I'm not going to miss it. I remember him talking in that song about coming down from Spokompton with my brother.
Double G.
Yeah, Double G. Breaking down. Because that car did suck. His Geo. Poor thing. That's great.
I remember them talking about him... And I think it was Marcus had some old like Celica or something, and then your brother had a Celica. Was it a Celica?
Yeah, it was a Celica.
And I remember them telling me they used to be on the freeway and they would run into each other on the freeway. Not hard, but like, you know, they would tap each other. I don't know if Grant was involved in that, but I know that Marcus and Ty used to do it all the time.
No, I don't think Grant was, because I don't think the Celica could make it onto the freeway.
Yeah, I remember them telling me about that. And I'm just like, that's
never
crazy.
ran, but it's just the crazy stuff we used to do because we were invincible, you know. Yeah. It can happen to you when you're young. It's like James. You remember him with his little Sentra?
Oh, that thing was a death machine.
Yes, it was, and I don't know how he survived doing anything.
Especially when we tried to make it to Burger King and back in the half hour that we had for lunch.
Yes.
He'd be going like 75 and hit the railroad tracks, and we'd get all four wheels off the ground.
Oh, yeah, he jumped, and remember it squeaking the whole way back?
Oh, yeah.
It would just sit and squeak and squeak. And I remember just coming from his house one day, he pulled out of his driveway, we're going down, whatever that was, 18th or 19th in Camas, and we'd be cruising, and he would just yank the e-brake, dude, like in the middle of a conversation. And he yanked the e-brake once, and he spun around, and he ran into a telephone pole, backed up, and we just went on our way. He did not care about that car.
I remember one time it was you, me, and my cousin Danielle in his Sentra, and we were decided to go to the river and go swimming. And he would take it in between trees, and sometimes the trees weren't wide enough to get the car through, and he would just force his way through the trees. Remember that?
Yeah. God, I forgot about that. Yeah, he didn't care. You remember when he was dating Renee, and he was working at Lacamas Swimming Sport the same time I was. We were both lifeguards there, and he had a curfew at home because he was still in high school, and he wanted to make it from Lacamas Swimming Sport in Camas out to see Renee, hang out with her, and make it back to Camas to his house before his curfew. And he had like 20 minutes to do it.
Oh, jeez.
And so back by Skyridge and the back roads there, he was doing like 110 miles an hour, and something happened. He says he swerved and for a deer.
Yeah.
You know, but I still think he just got out of control. At 110 miles an hour back there, you can't control your car at night. There's
those little tires that he had on there.
Yeah, it was a tiny car, but he's damn lucky that he didn't die in that, because his car did go. It didn't roll, but it lifted up. He hit the curb, and his car slid sideways on the door.
Didn't he go over? Didn't he go backwards over the median?
Oh, that's right. He did.
Yeah,
you're right.
Because I remember that's what happened to Kellen one time too in his RX-7.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
we just used to think we were invisible, and that's, you know, you grow up, and I don't want to sound like I'm 90 years old, but you know, I'm 30 now, and my knees hurt all the time. You know, it gets cold outside, my poor back starts hurting me. But
got arthritis.
Yeah, arthritis is kicking in today. But it was just those days, nothing could hurt us.
It makes me miss the good old days. It really does.
Yeah, it really does. It makes me miss it bad. And that reminds me, here's a great song. You know what I'm talking about, of course, on this song. This one's by Tyrant.
Is it Good Old Days?
Yes, it is. We'll play that one because it sums up the whole show perfectly. But we'll listen to this. We'll be right back. We'll tell you some more scary stories to scare my mother.
I'm just going to see y'all felt the same way as I do. Because, you know, sometimes I just want to go back. Back to being a kid again, you know, when times were simple. We didn't have to worry about working to pay the rent, paying for gas, you know. I mean, we just had the bikes rolling around, chilling with our friends, playing with our toys. You know, the good old days. So, you know, me and Tyron, we was talking, and we was thinking, man, we can do a track. You know, a track for our peers, for our peeps. You know, them children of the 80s and the early 90s, you know, when it was growing up with us. That's right, baby. So, if you're feeling this old school track like I am, reminisce with us as we take you back, way back into time.
I remember the days when all we did was play, but those times changed and now we're working for our pay, pushing on the new days. But I don't think I like this game. Want it to be how it used to be, but it just ain't the same. It ain't Friends change the votes, nobody gets along no more. Think out with the ability to reminisce to a song, though. What happened to freshly cut lawn, yo? And buddies like gone, so ain't keeping friendship tighter than thongs, yo. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. I used to play with micro machines on the floor, but now it's about real cars like movie stars. But what happened to that BMX bike in your backyard that you saved it so hard for working on that paper route? Now a different paper route is what everyone's all about. Kinda funny how money can change such ways, son. But whatever you do, don't forget when you came from.
Remember back in the days of elementary, having fantasies about the high-tech 21st century, reaching the stars and flying cars for real. But hey, today is today, and we still rolling wheels. I remember how much we hated them lunchroom meals, trying to get them kids with sack lunches to make a deal. I still remember playing Foursquare and dodgeball, chasing cuties round the place with my boys, having a ball. It was all so sweet. I had this big-ass crush on this girl from like second grade. I wanted so much for her to be my tenderoni, like a chick that Bobby spoke of. But like most childhood crushes, I got no love, but that was okay. I knew someday that she'd be sorry. Cop the Nintendo, baby, straight bag the Atari, rocking Michael Jackson tapes, trying to moonwalk and act bad. Them days was some of the best days I ever had. No drama, chilling out with my mama and my best friends, rocking my blue bike with them blue ties to match, playing catch, riding skateboards cause everybody had one, playing with walkie-talkies and toy guns was mad fun. Getting up early to watch tunes on Saturday until it was time to watch Ed Lover and Fat Dre. Fell in love with hip-hop, then that was it. My life changed, damn them old days was the shh.
I wish they last. Hitting the lake with your pals and skip rocks. When Reebok pumps with the biggest thing on the block. Never had to worry, gave less about the six, but got butterflies in my stomach when I smoked the chips. Cruising down the street on my bike, it wasn't a car. Seth with the Kent, me with the GT, and me on handlebars. Who knew I miss those days? Bro, it's like I soon enough I'll be 24.
Oh man, that song goes on forever, so I figured I'd fade it out since we only have a minute left. But Ryan, I do want to thank you for being on the show.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man, anytime I can get you on the show. And it was a fun show in my opinion. It was a great show.
Makes me miss the good old days.
Yes, it does, dude. But I want to thank RPM and Tyrant for letting me use their music. You can find some of Ty Weathers' music at ittybittybeatclub.com. He sells his beats on there for $10. Some of them are free, but the $10 ones are insanely good. You can find my course online at the course that I teach to speed up your computer at courses.thedigitalcraft.com. Also catch me at thedigitalcraft.com/booking to set a private session with me. Thanks again for listening. Have a good one.